This week we are back on the road. And what better way to test Ruby than take her for a drive off-road in a Colombian desert. With our Colombia visa running out, we only had a couple of days to get from Bogota to the Tatacoa Desert. The drive would take us 7 hours, which we would split over 2 days. To save time, we decided to enter the desert from a northern access road, which would take us along a disused train track, through a tunnel and over a narrow bridge crossing. We'd been warned that if it had rained, then we would stand no chance of driving the route. But with our new ride height, we were feeling confident that Ruby could make it. This is what we're going for now. It's just got a little bit more interesting. As we approached the light at the end of the first tunnel, we quickly realised that it was no ordinary bridge crossing. It's not the sturdiest of bridges that we've crossed. It's quite a long way down also. We were quickly losing the daylight, so we had no other option than to continue across. Safely across the bridge, we now had a race against time to make it to our desert camp spot before it got dark. Muddy! Super muddy! Isn't it, Bab? Yum, yum, yum. We're super close now, less than 10 minutes, and it's a little bit sketchy, but Ruby is a machine ploughing through all of the mud. We're trying this new concept where we try and go more than a few days without breaking Ruby.
So far, 1 day.
By the end of today, we will be on Dos. Nearly. Exhausted from the tiring drive, we were relieved to have made it to our spot just as the sun set behind the horizon. Morning, beautiful view to wake up to. And Amy's having a great time. Hey. So how's this for a free camp spot then?
Pretty nice.
Yeah, quiet.
Quiet.
No dogs.
No dogs, no chickens.
No traffic.
Not really. Pretty hot though.
Pretty hot.
Please. Keep it warm. Please. Please.
She walks, dragging like a corpse with a
Them
heart
views.
hanging low.
Stunning.
And that old
That's where we're going.
feeling chills her to the bone. He talks, nobody hears him, yeah, it's getting old.
Heavy rainfall in the night meant that we were a little bit apprehensive about our off-roading adventure. We had waited as long as possible to allow for the hot desert heat to dry out the dirt roads ahead of us.
And alone, separately they cry. Break me out of this cage. Break me out of these bones. I'm locked in chains. Raise me out
You ready for some off-roading?
I'm drowning in my bed. Treat me like a dagger. Put me in my place. Treat me like a dagger. Put me in my place.
Willow's concentrated face. It's dried out a lot. Only a slight puddle left from last night.
Don't it seem like it's yesterday that
Yeah, everywhere it looks really ominous, especially over here. Big rain storm coming. Yeah, there's one all up over there as well.
Mountain or we?
Make our way towards the river crossing. Right, I think we've come to the river crossing, which doesn't look bad at all really, but I'm gonna get out just to watch, just in case, but I think we'll be fine. Although the riverbed was dry, it was incredibly sandy, and we weren't sure whether Ruby would have enough traction to pass it. Here she comes. Woo! Lily! Have fun.
It was a bit lumpy.
Yeah, proper like tipped.
It was a bit lumpy.
Looked awesome though.
Didn't stop though.
No.
Right?
Woo! Did it! Our celebrations would prove to be short-lived. Oh, well that's a little bit more interesting. Fuck me. You can see someone's come and try to start a new set of tracks, because the ones down here are just completely dug in. We wouldn't get through that, but maybe the side. Whew. This is going to be interesting. So we're going to put some branches down on the other side of the embankment to try and give us a bit more traction. I think we're going to be fine though. Doesn't look too bad. Unwilling to turn around, we went for it. That's proper van lifing! That's how we do it! With the worst riverbed crossing now firmly behind us, we could start to enjoy the desert tracks. Not since our time in Mexico had we found ourselves in such a deserted place, and it felt amazing.
Just outside Columbus, thumb the diesel down. 90 miles an hour now, I'm northeast bound. Been too long since I seen the old hometown. Been too long since I saw you. And I just might ride on through the night. I just got to see that highway stretched out behind me. I got 18 I'll take it back to you. I got no good reason to stay here.
I'm a daddy.
Come on, yes! Woo! We had an absolutely amazing sleep. It was super quiet as you'd expect in the desert, if not a little bit hot and quite buggy. But I'll take that for saying in the middle of nowhere. We are packing up Ruby, and today we're going to drive through towards the canyons and have a bit of a hike. After 2 weeks in the workshop, time away in the desert was the perfect way to start wrapping up our time in Colombia.
Still apologizing for the way I've been. Each breath more full of shit than the one before. Yeah, I know the negative consumes me. Guess I'm alright. Let the guilt pass right through me while my friends are taking dives off of cliffs, and I just worry about the songs I'll never write. It don't matter, they don't wanna hear me on the other side. So let me ruin my guts tonight. Just let me ruin my guts tonight.
We were having so much fun in the mud that even the locals were impressed.
So I have been reliably informed that you can eat the cactus fruit, so I'm going to try it. These things. So this is a mellow cactus.
This is part 2 of our nature survival when you're in the wild, eating wild fruits. I hope.
So help yourself. Ooh. Oh, it's like a little dragon fruit. What does it taste like?
Kind of like apple.
Really?
Different texture, but it's got an appley taste.
Huh. How cool are they? We just stopped off to do a little hike in the grey part of the desert. Nothing crazy.
Originally, we'd only allowed ourselves 2 nights in the desert, but we were having such a great time we allowed for one more night so we could explore some of the canyons.
I was hanging out in the shadows, was hoping that you couldn't see. My face is pale, all the smoke that we inhale, babe, how can you even breathe? If we could just get out of this prison and this rock and roll, two creatures in the night, disgusted by the light, resisting our control.
Eat it.
It's kind of like
Happily, right?
a mushy apple.
At the end of our hike, something caught our eye. In the middle of the desert, down the end of a dirt road, someone had built an amazing pool complex. And what a spot to have it.
Now this is how you van life. This is not how you float.
Apart from the ugly fence, it's a pretty nice view.
As it turned out, we weren't the only ones who were enjoying being in the desert.
What did you do? Look at me, Mummy. Our last night in the desert, and the cats are loving it here, so we've decided to go on a little walk just before it gets dark.
Yeah, we've been blessed and we've been cursed. Your mamas know that I love you both, but they won't tell you
Look,
that
girlies.
I try every day of my life.
Come on, Liz.
And it's been a test to make it here. My hopes faded through the years, but I've been holding on to a prayer and I hope that someday soon God sees my efforts and my pain, shows me my efforts aren't in vain. And I played the part and I played the fool and I've been used, and I let them get the best of me, but it was all for you. For what it's worth, I never meant you any pain. And just so you know, I love you both just the same.
Cool, Lizzie.
We've seen the best and you've seen the worst. Yeah, we've been blessed and we've been cursed, but it's all been worth it just to watch you grow, boys. And I'll be your daddy till I die. When I die, I'll keep the angels by.
It's our final morning in the desert.
Yeah, we've got to head out, but you couldn't leave without seeing the thing that it's most famous for, really.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Kind of like Mars, how I imagine
Yeah,
Mars.
exactly. So we've got a little walk to do, and then sadly we need to say goodbye to Tatacoa and power on down to the border.
But it is beautiful out here.
If the stars all align in the clear night sky, would you let me in? If your heart was a home, wasn't made of stone, could you let me in? Cause the truth's still untold, but we both surely know how this really ends. And there are things left unsaid as my heart rules my head. I will never win. I will never win. If I work to the bone, pay for all we own, would you let me in? How I count to 3 when you scream at me, can't you let me in? Cause I know how this goes, you're a dying rose, I will never win. There's no more I can do, I have proved to you, I will never win.
We now had less than a week until our Colombian visas expired, and over 12 hours of driving remaining to get to the border. Although we had lost an extra night by staying in Tatacoa longer than we expected, we were still fairly confident we would make the border on time. We just had to hope that we'd have no more Ruby related problems and we would survive Colombia's most dangerous road.
Well, this life that we're living, it don't end when you die. That highway keeps it going till you reach the other side. Your wheels keep it turning, your tank is always full. The AC is still broken, but the weather's always cool. It's always well, death is just a highway, heaven's 4 miles down. It's a perfect little truck stop on the